This is a really good book, and it's a book I've been reading lately, and it's called Zig Ziglar's Secrets of Closing the Sale. And Zig talks about in this book this idea of selling, and that there's this concept that a lot of people's idea of selling has been fundamentally misconstrued by a lot of these weird movies and books that people have read. And there's this question he asks in the book, which I will ask you. Is the sales process something you do to somebody or something you do for somebody? And your answer to that question will determine a lot about who you are and how you view sales and why selling may be so hard for you. Because the correct answer is the sales process is something you do for somebody. Because when you sell somebody something, you're not trying to do it to them or take something from them. You're trying to give them something, give them attention, give them an opportunity, give them resources, give them education, whatever the case may be. And if you don't view selling that way, it means that there's a fundamental flaw in the way that you view selling, which is why selling is so awkward and so hard for you, is because you view it as taking something or doing something to somebody rather than doing something for somebody. So this led me to think about what's the best way to sell, or rather said, what's the best way to start a sales call, or even just approach sales calls in general. Now, throughout the books, he talks a lot about asking questions, a lot of these other things that you should do to become a good salesman. But there's one thing I think I took away from the book the most, and that is that people will buy what they want. I will find the quote here, which is that people buy what they want when they want it more than they want the money it costs. And so it's this idea that people will buy what they want. And so if you could just figure out on the sales call, what do people truly want? Why are they here? You would find yourself making a lot more money. And the way that I envision this, and I picture myself being on a sales call, a lot of people start sales calls like, okay, so we're here to see what we can do for you, and so yeah, do you mind if we just dive right in? And there's so much friction, there's so much tension, there's so much resistance, and there's so much falsified feelings that people know that you're just projecting to try and close the sale and not actually care about their interests. And so you got me thinking, what is the best way to start a sales call? Now, despite the fact that I'm not Jeremy Miner or Zig Ziglar, I don't maybe know the exact best way. I think one of the best ways is to jump on the call and genuinely, because once again, people don't care what you know until they know that you care. And so you can't sell anybody something until you have their trust. And that is why I think one of the most important things to do at the beginning of the call is to sit down and look them in the eyes and ask them, hey man, why are you truly here? Okay? Because I'll tell you this, my goal is not to sell you something. I don't want to do that. I do not want to just sell you something for the sake of selling something so I can collect a commission. My goal is to give you an opportunity, give you something. But if I can give that to you, I don't want to. And so my goal here is to figure out what you actually want. And if we can make that happen, then I promise you I will try my best to make that happen. And if we can't, I promise you I will not make that happen. And so why are you here? You could be doing so many other things with your time right now, but you decided to be here. Why? Right? Imagine you don't go jumping on calls all day. So what is the real reason that you're here? And the thing is, if you can truly find out the real reason why somebody is on the call with you, like why they are genuinely there, the true real reason behind why they're there, the rest of the sale becomes so easy. Because if you know why they're there and you have the solution for why they're there, it's not a matter of trying to convince or persuade. It's they already want this thing. You have the thing that they want. It's just a matter of putting two and two together. Now, I'm oversimplifying it, but it really is, to some extent, kind of easy. But that is only if you have the right mindset and the right intention going into this in the first place, which a lot of people don't. And so I think my biggest takeaway from this is that in sales, instead of focusing on what we can take, we should focus on what we can give. And instead of focusing on us, we need to focus more on the prospect, because once again, sales in and of itself isn't about us, it's about the prospect. And therefore, if you're thinking about you, you're already thinking about it wrong, because sales isn't about you. And so I think the best thing you can do is if you are on a sales call with somebody, is to genuinely ask them, why are you here? Why? What made you decide to spend time on your day? Why? Why? And go deep. Right? Why? Because here's the thing. If somebody's already on a sales call with you, they have some interest already. And so the thing is, they already want to buy. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there. And so you just got to find out, what is that thing? Why? And go deep. Find out the real why. And once you figure it out, sales becomes easy. Instead of trying to convince them or persuade them or manipulate them into doing what you want them to do, you're saying, hey man, you already want this thing. We help people get this thing. Let's do it. And then sure, there's some other things you'll have to do, maybe implement some tactics to make them take action today, etc. But fundamentally, the whole part of the sales call will be easy, right? Like if let's say you're selling marketing and you guarantee someone 5 appointments, they jump on the call. It's like, hey man, why are you here? Well, I want 5. Well, you guarantee 5 appointments, so I'm interested. Yeah, but why? Because there's 1,000 other people guarantee other things. Like, why do you even care about getting 5 new appointments? Why is it of importance to you? Well, I want to make money. Yeah, but why? Can you live right now? Can you pay the bills? Yeah, okay, cool. So you don't technically need more money, so why do you even need more money in the first place? It sounds like you can live just fine. Well, I want to buy a new car. Okay, but why? Do you need a new car? No, so why do you want it? Well, when I was young, I made a promise to my dad that by the age of 30, I would buy myself a Ferrari to prove to him that I can make this business work. And therefore, it's been the only thing on my mind since this happened. And so my goal is to try to make as much money as possible so I can buy that Ferrari and show my dad and prove him wrong. Ah, gotcha. So it's not really about making the money. It's about proving your dad right or wrong. Yes. Cool. Well, I promise you this. We're going to make that happen. Because we get whatever, let's say it's a construction guy, we get construction guys new jobs. That's how it works. We're not the fanciest, we're not the sexiest, but we are the most reliable. And so we'll get you new jobs. And I can promise you that we will make sure that you get that Ferrari before you turn the age of 30. Okay? Let me ask you this. Do you care if I run Google ads or Facebook ads to get you those deals? Or do you just care that you get those deals in an ethical way in where you can serve them? I don't care. I just want the deals. I'll go, cool. What other questions do you have? And now, granted, this is oversimplifying, but any other questions? No? Here's a pen. Sign on the dotted line. Let's get out of here. Sales can be this simple if you make it. The only reason why people think sales is hard is because they overcomplicate it themselves. So as long as you don't overcomplicate sales, sales will become easy. So yeah, there's that. Also, side note, I just thought of this. Sales becomes easier when you come from a place of abundance rather than scarcity. And so try your best to come from a place of abundance. If I don't need this sale, I just need to see if I can help them. And sales will become a lot easier because you'll be more focused on them rather than you. And people can feel that sort of aura that you give off.